Okay, so last time we answered the question about how I got into real estate, and the next most often question I get asked is, why luxury real estate? What was your plan? What was your motivation for getting into luxury real estate? And I wish I could stand here and say that my plan was to become a luxury real estate specialist, because that was the furthest thing from my mind. In fact, it never even crossed my mind when I began in real estate. All I knew was that I was very young, long hair, goofy looking. I was 21, but looked like I was 17 or 18. And for me to compete with the people in my marketplace who were established, who had track records, who had gray hair, I needed to do something to equalize the playing field, to level the playing field. So I became an expert. Somehow I was drawn to the notion that to be successful in real estate in general, I had to be seen as an expert. And to me, the easiest place to get expertise was in the valuation of real estate. So I took 1 million appraisal classes all over the country. And when I was called to a listing appointment, I would literally do a narrative appraisal. CMAs weren't even invented yet. No one even knew what a CMA was. You walked into a house back when I started and you looked around and you just shot a number off the top of your head and that was it. But anyway, in my market, I found a maverick, or maybe she found me, I'm not sure, but she was a widow lady who didn't like being told what to do by men. She was used to being ruled by men, and she was going to go in her own direction, and somehow our paths crossed. And I did the whole CMA and the whole 9 yards. And while she had gatekeepers, she was sort of out in front of the gate and the gatekeepers were standing somewhere behind her. But when I did my CMA for her with floor plans and pictures and arrows, and don't forget that was the day before computers and word processors, it was all typed by hand on my Remington typewriter that typed script because I couldn't afford one that typed regular type. Anyway, her gatekeepers sort of gave me the nod because of the amount of work I had done. So when I sold her property, which was my first luxury sale, and my commission was around $13,500, which may not sound like a lot of money today, but keep in mind that back then, a Harvard MBA would make $15,000 on graduation. So I made almost as much as a Harvard MBA makes in a year on one transaction. So it was a big deal back then. And then, as I've taught you in my videos and blogs, one deal leads to two. Two deals leads to 4 or 8. So that's how I got started in luxury real estate, by understanding that to level the playing field between myself, young Jack, and all the established people, I had to be perceived as an expert. And over the years, I refined the level of expertise, the kinds of expertise, and I've been teaching that to agents all across the country and in fact around the world. So that's my story. Love to hear yours, sometimes some of your story about how you get started in luxury real estate. Now, one more reminder before this video gets too long is that send me your luxury listings. I will feature them on my weekly blog when the time comes up. There's a queue right now. And don't forget to go to luxuryrealestateunplugged.com to see our webinar the first Tuesday of each month, where I answer all your luxury real estate questions. Luxury Agent Academy is about halfway through right now. We have a large class of agents taking the course, and we're doing our private webinars with them as well. And we'll be having a new one maybe in the beginning of the year. So, a lot to cover. I think we covered a lot. Thanks for your kind attention. Until next time, make it a great week.